I look rough. It's my first video in a while and I look rough in it. My seatbelt on, I'm driving. But hey, welcome back to my channel. Bo knows. We're back. We're back. I got news for you guys. I got just major news for you guys. As far as Turo goes, these past few months have been, well, this past year, I'm gonna say, even through COVID, have been great for me in a sense that I've been able to read, which is something that I don't really do, but thank God for Audible, because yeah, I was able to read a few titles. I think about like 8 books that I read, which helped me set up, helped me to expand my mindset, to be able to figure out how I want to expand any business that I get into, and it's helped me primarily with Turo to be able to understand how I would set up a fleet for the future. I've already started the fleet. I have about 4 vehicles now on the channel. You guys might have remembered, when I first started off, I started off with a 2013 Toyota Yaris. I've since moved up, and I still do have that Toyota Yaris on Turo, but now I have two varieties of vehicles. So I have, I'll say 3 varieties of vehicles. I have economy vehicles, which is my Toyota Yaris and my Kia Rio. Those cars are doing amazing. They're doing phenomenal on Turo, making me about $500 a pop each month. And I think I can actually push to get a little bit more. And I believe, that I will get that much. I will get that money with no issues. So I've added the Kia, and then in the past 3 weeks, well, I'm not gonna say in the past 3 weeks. I was able to get 2 cars in the past 3 weeks, but I'm gonna explain to you a little later in another video probably how I got those cars. So I have one sports car. They're both sports cars, but one is a SUV, a sport SUV, and then the other one is a sports car. Creeping to the supercar levels, even though it's American muscle. So I was able to get a Porsche Macan, a 2017 Porsche Macan, finance actually. So I'm financing vehicles to do Turo. Come on, guys. It's something that I didn't know I was gonna be able to do, but some opportunities came up, and I took the chance, and here I am now. I have a Porsche Macan 2017. So if you guys like to ever rent my vehicle out, if you're down in South Florida, for anybody who's not in South Florida, check me out on Turo. I will leave the link to my Turo page, well, my hosting page. And also I picked up recently, last week, the 2017 Corvette C7. So these cars are they're some phenomenal cars. The Corvettes, everybody loves them, everybody desires them. And after watching some videos on YouTube, specifically Sima's experience, shout out to her, on kind of doing all the hard work of getting the information on which vehicles make sense for the market, because our markets are very similar. She lives in Anaheim. I said Manheim, Anaheim, California, around that area, and I'm in South Florida, in Hollywood actually. So it just makes sense, because we're in states that really don't have too much seasons. It's either it's sunny or it's raining. So most of the time down here it's sunny. So a Corvette would be the perfect car for anybody who comes down here, who wants to rent something flashy, or they just want to have something, that they like, something fast, something fun, something sporty, something that gets their blood rushing. And I feel as if those 2 vehicles that I've gotten, they cater to 2 different types of people, or it may cater to, I'll say three. One being the high sophisticated person, one being, you know, the person who sees a vehicle for what it is, and they know what this vehicle can do, and they're the, you know, enthusiasts of these vehicles. And the other one for business. You know, some people come down for business and they just gotta look good, so they'll rent these vehicles out. I literally had my first rental today, actually, with the Corvette, and the dude was like, you know, I've actually really wanted to own one of these cars, and I came down here. He came down from Georgia, and he said, I came down here, and I said, you know what, why not? So he rented it for the day, and I said, yo, have fun with it. It's not, that wasn't even a vehicle that I ever thought that I would be able to get. I never had my mind set on it, but you know, with prayer comes answers. I didn't even know this was possible, guys. I'm not telling you to do this, and I'm not no financial advisor for anything. I'm just gonna say this, you know, if you have credit and you're not utilizing it to make money, you're doing something wrong. You are completely in the wrong. So if you don't have great credit, or if you don't have good credit, work on your credit. That's a given. But for the people who do have great credit, who are sitting there, excuse me, I had some hot fries earlier. It just got to the back of my throat. But, you know, for the people who do have great credit, utilize your credit to make money. Don't utilize your credit for expenses that, you know, for leisure expenses. Do not do that. I have changed my whole lifestyle around. I've paid most of my cars down. I think I owe less than 10% on each card right now, just so I can keep a balance on it, so I can show payments every month. But yeah, like, utilize your credit to make money for you. Don't let your credit just sit around and do nothing, especially if you don't own a home, or if you don't have any desire to own a home in the near future, but you do want to make extra money on the side. And it's also a great way for you to be able to enjoy a vehicle of your dreams. Now, that doesn't mean you go buy the vehicle that you wish to have, and that vehicle is not a vehicle that everybody else likes. Now, you gotta think about this like a business. This is the business. You're just enjoying the benefits that the business does come with. So you know, take that into consideration, and really pay attention to what vehicle you're buying. See if that vehicle is beneficial for the market that you're in, and see if you're going to be able to get customers from that vehicle. So those two cars, especially with the Porsche, I think the Porsche caters to families. You know, families who want to have something that's nice, to be able to drive around in. And you know, I'm not going to say high-end families, but I am going to say high-end families, because the Porsches, especially mine, it can go easily for like $250 a day. It could easily go for like $250 a day, and you know, hey, it's the Porsche Macan Turbo, so the highest of its trim. So that I think that would cater to either you know, a car enthusiast, a Porsche enthusiast, because that car is basically the 911 in SUV form. So anything that, if you ever driven a lot like a 911, everything that you would have in a 911 would just basically be in that Porsche Macan. That car is like no other. Hugs the road, all-wheel drive, and the way that it shifts, oh my gosh, that car is very precise. I got into Porsche because of two reasons. A buddy of mine, well, three reasons. Sima, she was talking about the Porsche line, which one makes sense for Turo. A buddy of mine called Austin, and a old co-worker of mine who actually owned a Porsche. So, and I've been seeing some YouTubers out there, you know, getting their Porsche GT3 RSs, GT4s and stuff like that. So I've been seeing Porsche for a while now, and I was absolutely, you know, blessed to be able to afford one. So I took advantage of it, and you know, I got it. So I guess that's it for the little update that I do have. I do have some more videos coming soon, and I would like to, you know, educate you guys more than tell you guys about my process. I do want to educate you guys. So with educating you guys, I will be telling you guys my story. I will be giving you guys details on how I do my rentals. I will give quick tips, even though, you know, other YouTubers out there, they probably made videos on quick tips about Turo, but I kind of want to structure everything a certain way. So bear with me. I will be back with instructional videos, and I believe I should have them in a, come on, let's go. I should have them set in like a set list. So I don't know how often I will be uploading those videos. I think I would probably want to do it like every week. I put an educational video out every week, and then I'll put out probably like a little short video, telling about some stories about, you know, some do's and some don'ts about the rental business in general. And oh man, I forgot to shout out one person, you know, another person. It would be crazy if I didn't shout him out. But if you ever get on Instagram or YouTube, search up CEO Matty J. Dude gave me, you know, basically the tips. I was watching a podcast, and he gave the tips on how to get multiple cars, you know, on credit within the same, you know, because it's hard to get multiple cars on credit once they see another vehicle on your credit. So he was able to explain how the system worked and how to leverage the system to be able to get multiple cars in one shot, you know. So I'll explain to you the story on how I was able to get the credit line for these vehicles. I'll explain to you my story on what happened to one of my other vehicles, and then from there, you know, I hope to make more videos. I hope that you guys like what I'm going to be bringing to the table, and hope to see you soon, guys. All right, bye.